Hello. Alright, looks like we're pretty far into the draft already. As you guys probably know, I'm MottPax. I'll be streaming this over on my channel, but also for Dota TV here. Anyway, looks like teams are all done up and everything. Pretty standard picks. Advance of our pretty early Bounty Hunter pick, and then I guess maybe a targeted Spearbreaker pick against IX Mikey, or Ban I should say. So we'll probably be seeing the Clockwork Band out in the next phase as well.
5 seconds.
If you guys managed to catch the last game, it was a pretty close one. Looked like the Radiant kind of lost it throughout the mid game. Not sure what happened there. Just getting all my configs set up here, folks. Just so you guys know, once the game gets started, you can of course always toggle off me. I'll be trying to do some good camera work as well, so if you just want me to shut the hell up and listen to the camera, you can do that as well. Listen to the camera, follow the camera, so hopefully that works. But draft continues, so kind of a later IO ban. That's something that's always pretty interesting, the IO in the North American scene, considering it's usually first ban and pick in so many other scenes where throughout the whole qualifiers of the NA it didn't get that much attention, and that goes for Chen too. It just kind of seems that people aren't willing to take that draft advantage that you can get from that. And we need to turn ourselves on auto TV. Hello, hello. Hello, Dota TV. Alright, we're all set up here. MottPax hype. Yo, Heflamoke joining the channel. Moving the second phase. So the Viper ban, also pretty standard coming out here. Any of those any of those super tanky mid-game carries, extremely popular in the whole 5v5 meta. That Tusk pick, man, I was just looking at the highlights from last night from the all the Tusk that's going on. I know the Chinese teams have been prioritizing it as kind of a first pick just because they love early man team fights, and the ability of Tusk to kind of change the way the terrain works and everything is just so powerful right now in terms of fights and all the various places that fights are taking place on the map. And then that combination of techies, of course, was hilarious. I actually wouldn't be surprised if we saw a techies ban just because it is so cheesy. It seems like something people would love to throw into FaceIt. At least if NEL was any sort of a sign of that. Other bans I'd be looking for right now. We already get the Leshrac, all the really prime candidates. Like I said, the Clockwork. I assume Mike is going to be looking for that for the next pick. Well, I mean, funds drafting, but one would assume that would be high on the priority list. Not only just because it's a good IX Mike hero, but it's just a really good hero in general. Looks like they're going to ban it out, so they must have a separate plan coming, as they do have the second pick in the next phase, so not willing to give that up to Mason and his draft. Now, the Drow Visage are both still available, so we could be looking into a first pick Visage, possibly in this phase, by Mason. Worked out pretty well in the last game. And, mind you, the Dire Side does already have 2 ranged heroes, so it wouldn't be that bad if they do have to counter with the Drow. Another hero that's missing is the Darkseer, so we might see a kind of like a Drow Darkseer come out for the Dire. Would work pretty well with Gyrocopter. Works also very well with Dazzle. Rip stream. Is my stream failing? Oh, my stream's good. My stream is failing in terms of viewership, but that's okay. I'm really not too concerned. Man, those fancy emotes coming out from Heflamoke. So jelly. So let's say Visage, then Drow, and then oh, but then that leaves the Darkseer open to them. I think Mason's in a good spot. Oh, they're gonna go for the Winter Wyvern. Okay, that's really good with Tusk. Just because he's always gonna be snowballing you guys.
Lion.
Oh, did it die? All right. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen again. Got some technical issues. So Visage and Drow just totally ignored up in this point then. Lion's really nice because of the snowball bringing in all those heroes, like, and they always kind of land in a clump. So if Lion's on the outside of that, one Earth Spike, and you kind of get that Ravage Earth Spike that everyone loves to talk about. So I really like that pick here. In terms of the Leshrac counters, heroes that we commonly hear about as countering would be Nyx Assassin, so that could be something they might look up for IX Mike. Keeper of the Light's really good against Leshrac. Now the blind doesn't do anything, but just the mana leak and everything can be really powerful against him. And then of course Anti-Mage, but they already have the Gyrocopter, so I doubt that'll be happening. We got some pauses going. Looks like Mason keeps DCing, causing some pauses in the drafting. Orange is out. Mason is disconnected. Oh, great. I don't know, I didn't change any of my settings. Let's see. What am I on right now? I'm on 35, my audio's 128, max bitrate's 3500 right now. And then I've got 50 FPS with 0 drop frames, so I hope it's not me. Man, the Radiant's having a pretty rough draft right here. Oh, yeah, I know, no source options. It's probably you. According to my OBS, I'm not dropping any frames. So, it might be you. Anyway, as we can, everyone in Dota TV can of course see, at least there is nothing happening right now. Mason has reconnected the game, so Moo's going to unpause and allow the draft to continue. We'll basically have to keep the chat box open the entire time, just so we know what is even going on. In terms of dual synergy, I assume this is going to be a Tusk offlane. So then it's kind of, I guess maybe they were thinking that Tusk could be a support, and that's why they did ban out the Clockwork, but he's pretty good in that dual offlane position. And then they're going to get the Earthshaker, so now they have a ton of versatility with this draft. They can pretty much go anywhere they want, and that also denies the Earthshaker off to any sort of an offlane to the Dire. Dire side got both their supports, but they're in need of a mid and an offlaner. Dazzle and Line, not exactly your typical, like, sometimes you'll see an Undying picked up and then you go dual offlane with Undying +1, but I don't really see that happening with like the Dazzle or the Line or anything like that, so I think the Nyx Assassin could still be good here. There'll be some nice mana burns against Leshrac, Winter Wyvern, as well as the Carapace out of the Snowball can be really good. And of course with Earthshaker and everything too, it's always powerful. And stunning Leshrac, so I think I really like Nyx here. I think that would be a really good pick. Other popular offlaners, there's been some talk about Centaur, maybe, but he is so just down in the dumps. And the Phoenix, that's a good pick. So, can kind of take advantage of those ice shards, because as you guys are aware, the Radiant side can't walk around them either. Oh, thank you, Ferander. That is very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Because I have no idea. You literally cannot tell at all how it works in Dota TV. So I actually really appreciate that. That's my most hated thing about Dota TV is that there's no way for me to communicate with anyone in Dota TV. So thank you very much indeed. I wish I could bring up the chat in Dota TV. I wish that was a thing. I think that would be really fun. Of course, you would get mad flames because it would be glorious. But final ban's coming out now. What are you gonna see? The Anti-Mage. All right, so that's the Anti-Mage. That's funny. They're gonna ban the Anti-Mage. That's really interesting, actually. Considering we were talking about how it's so good against Leshrac. Huh. And they even had first pick. Pretty good at manning up against Gyrocopter, I suppose, in the later game, and they did have the Hex and everything. I don't know. That's interesting. That's probably a respect ban that I'm showing my ignorance towards as well. Like perhaps there's a very good Anti-Mage player that I'm ignoring over here. And it's going to be the Invoker, so we'll have the carry Leshrac. Could be offlane Earthshaker or Tusk. And I'm excited to see some Invoker plays. Probably gonna be Quas Wex. There's like 65% or something like that of Invokers right now are playing Quas Wex in competitive, so I would imagine that's how it's going to be, especially with a team like this. Like, there's just so much control that it'll allow for really good tornadoes and EMPs, and with the Tusk Ice Wall, it'd be so hard to get away from it, and all the stuns and the Winter Wyvern. Yeah, I'm thinking this is definitely Quas Wex. That's going to be super sick. Last pick for the Dire side, the Wind Ranger. So Wind Ranger, we see her picked up a lot when you've got a Spirit Breaker, just because she's a survivable mid. She's someone that when the ganks come, she can get away, and so I think it's the same idea here behind the Tusk, is that he'll be roaming around, he'll be targeting the mid, and so you need someone who can escape, and Queen of Pain, of course, being banned out, because she's banned or picked in the first, like, 3 of every single game. So, Wind Ranger, just another Wind Ranger, just another survivable mid. It'd be interesting to see who picks everything up. Of course, it's going to be the Onyx Might Phoenix, and then Mason with the Invoker. Now, it could be something like a carry Invoker, I suppose, too. There's no real reason. It just depends on what matchup they want to go with. Like, what you're trying to get matched up against each other. Lashrak's a pretty powerful mid, so maybe you want to put that potential there, but you can also just secure a lot of farm for Moo down in the bottom lane. Alright, let's see if all my settings are all good. They are all good. Alright, sweet.
My gratitude.
Jesus. I'll show you how to Phoenix in a non-shit draft orange. This is the best part. Alright. Okay, so let's see what's going on here, folks. We got Stella on your Tusk. Looks like it's gonna be kind of a roaming supporting Tusk, kind of a Mirana-esque build here. Mason on your Invoker. We're going to have Ja on the Winter Wyvern, of course, supporting. We're going to have your offlane Earthshaker by I Annihilate. And it does look like Moo's going to be in the mid lane. Yeah, he's got the Null and the Double Tango, so he'll, of course, be in the mid. So it is going to be the Mason carry. That's fine. So much spam you can do from the Leshrac that he's such a powerful mid when you max the Lightning and everything. And on the Dire side, we have Onyx Mike on the Phoenix. It's going to be Rhyme on the Gyrocopter. He'll, of course, be going to the top lane. JJ on your mid Windrunner. Fun on your support Dazzle, and we'll have Sleazel on the line in the top lane. I Annihilate's gonna have a really rough time up here. He's gonna have to do some pretty nifty creep shenanigans to keep himself up in the EXP tab, or EXP levels and everything. As the Battle of the Runes begin, it looks like it's just gonna go the standard way. Dire side, of course, usually prioritizing top, and Radiant prioritizing bottom. Much less fighting at runes. It seemed every room was contested so hard at the start of the game, but nowadays it just kind of seems like Dire clumps top, Radiant clumps bottom. Look at Stella, he's waiting. Now this is pretty good because he's gonna wait to see if JJ doesn't have Windrun skilled, but he actually does. So this will still be a pretty hard kill to get. As the courier comes in. Another Tango here. Yeah, seeing that he's up against the Leshrac, he knows he's going to have to pull himself another Tango. Let's see if Stella can get this courier. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, Stella. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Wow, Boots. Boots not fast enough. Onyx Mike not pleased. Mike, you don't want to know. Okay, well, let's get our last hits going here. Dire taking an early lead. No, I'm just kidding. Doesn't actually mean anything yet. But Moo getting the point in the split earth and everything. But yeah, so that Tango was brought out just because the lightning spam can make it extremely difficult for any mid to match up against Leshrac, so you just need a lot of regen. Because of course Windrun's not going to do anything for you against lightning. Onyx Mike having an alright time. He's already got himself almost to level 3. Man, that Arctic Burn and everything, and the Splinter Blast is a really annoying one. It's going to do so much damage to Mike. And then, on top of that, he can cast his own HP and use that for spells, so... Going to be having a rough go-over down here, I think. Mike very happy, I'm sure that there's no Drow on the other lineup. It would make this even harder against the Quasbex Invoker. How's I Annihilate doing up here? This is pretty standard for Earthshaker. It's just basically your only way of getting CS against any sort of competent lane is is going for the Fisher. Like, you just need to Fisher for last hits. But then at the same time, you need to keep that up. Oh, are they going to get this pull off? Nice. Okay. I know like going to be using that. See if he can get back there and aggro cave. He basically needs this wave or his lane is over. Oh, the Fisher lasting so long. He can't get the creep aggro. He gets a few, but he does miss out on quite a bit of it. He'll have to go and soak down here. Looks like we got another lurker in the mid lane here. I don't think they're going to be able to get Annihilate. Oh, here we go. He's going to fly over the trees. He has the DD rune. Can we get a split earth? No, it lands it. That wind run going to keep JJ up though. We'll be able to get out of here. Meanwhile, Alex Mike trying to take advantage of this and moves up to get some more farm from the lane. Tries to get zoned out here by Stella, but of course he's got the Icarus dive, and we miss first blood. Nice. So, looks like Ja just stayed around too much there. And goes down. Just show me your T-Tours. $18 CS up already for Rhyme, so he's having a pretty good time up here. That's one thing about the offlane Earthshaker is he just doesn't exert any pressure on your safe lane carry. Probably even one support can generally keep him pretty well zoned out. Now, if the supports do leave and he gets his soul ring up, the amount of spam you can get out with a Fisher is kind of disgusting, and you can do a lot of damage. Looks like are they gonna dive this? Oh, nice. He does hit the Earth Spike. They're gonna go for this. Rocket Barrage is doing so much damage.
Hold down.
Nice. Alright, so good play there by the Dire Side. Gets the kill. Really nice long range Earth Spike. Sometimes Tusk just isn't your hero. Alright, well, I know you can prove him wrong, Stella. I believe in you. So despite the death, Annihilate does have the Tranquils up. That's interesting. A lot of the time we'll see the Earthshaker go right for the Soul Ring, get that before the Tranquils, just so you can head to the jungle and do some stacks and everything. The amount of regen you get from the Soul Ring can make that pretty feasible. X-Mike down here contesting again. Does have the Icarus dive, so not really in any danger. And he'll just fly away. Mid lane. Moo's doing pretty well here. He's got 7 more CS. Well, 6 now. That's pretty standard, I'd say. Pretty hard lane for JJ. JJ's also getting no support, whereas he's been dove twice, and now it looks like Sleazel's going to come TP in and smoke down. I Annihilate, not really an issue in the top lane. Mike, I hate you. I'm trying to watch rotations here, Mike. What's wrong with you? You doing dive when you have Icarus. You're dying when you don't have Icarus. Anyway. T-Tor, T-Tor. Alright, here we go. Nice. No vision there from the high ground. Annihilate's here with the Fisher. Can completely save Moo's life. Throws out the Earth Spike, just kind of a fuck you, but looks like they're both going to go away with no problem. Does have the Pulse Nova up, and man, that thing does so much damage even at level 1. Whoa, that lightning. Oh. Alright, that was close. Sleazel's still hanging around. Gonna get the Earth Spike on him. I don't think there's a power shot. Not for 2 more seconds. It is level 3 though, so this could be a kill. Was thinking the move was gonna juke it to the side. Looks like Mike might be in trouble down here. Let's get a hit up there. Tries to go for the Icarus side, but he gets stunned mid dive, and he is gonna go down. Oh, but Fun TP's in with the Grave. Oh, Fun. So many plays. Alright, sick. Nice save. JJ forced to come back, so looks like Sleazel's going to be trying to soak up some experience in the mid lane, get himself up to the level 4, have his mana drain, so he'll be a lot easier for him to roam around. Ja guarding the haste rune. It's going to allow Moo to get that. Easy peasy. He'd probably get a kill. Haste rune plus Pulse Nova. Sounds kind of like the Pudge Rot. Sounds pretty terrifying. This Invoker pick is really good against Phoenix. And they're going to throw more Ice Shards. Just with the Cold Snap and everything though, because if he starts the Icarus dive and he gets hit by anything, then it's going to cancel the dive. So I really like that. I don't think I've never experienced that counter pick. Usually we see the Silencer so that the second you cast the Icarus dive, it gets cancelled out on you.
Denied.
Alex Mike got his Tranquils up, so pretty even in terms of, there's something on the courier for him? I thought he had more farm, but maybe spending too much on TPs and everything. Basically him and an Annihilate are totally even. In fact, Annihilate's got the recipe for the Soul Ring, so he'll be looking to pick up the rest of that from the side shop. Rhyme, of course, already up to the phase boots in the Ring of Aquila. He's having a very good time. 41 last hits. But Mason and Moo are also doing extremely well. So if we take a look at the graph, it's probably, yeah, not much going on right now. As we progress into the 10 to the 12 minute mark, once we see the rotations and what kills come out, that's basically what's going to decide the entirety of the mid game. Because that's how every Dota game works, so top tier analysis right there. JJ, nice job on the denies here. 79 base damage right now from Moo. What a hero. He's got his arcanes up. Oh my god. There's death everywhere. Death and destruction. Pimp Muckle, I thought this was easy. Freaking lied to me. Anyway, we're gonna have the double kill there. Pop up that fight recap. Just more gold going to your gyrocopter. He's just so powerful right now. Drops down the call down. Tons of damage. I mean, there's no Echo Slam or anything from Annihilate, so looks like they tried to go for a cheesy snowball play into Totem Fisher, but it was unsuccessful. Jaw's going to rotate up here. They want to get something done on Rhyme. There's no level 6 yet on Jaw. They get the Fisher, though, and that's a lot of damage. Goes into flying mode. Can they burst him down before the Rocket Barrage bursts them, though? I don't know. The slow... Oh, the Enchant Dome's going to miss, and there's 6 more seconds for a Fisher. I think he's going to get away here. Already got his Morbid Mass. Now JJ is going to rotate in, looking for the long-range snipe. Boom! Oh, JJ. Pops the Invis Rune. Double Shackle. They move right in front of each other. Annihilate survives on 30 HP. Alright, that was sick. Oh man, alright. Annihilate barely living. Heading home as well. And looks like Moo must have went home too. Gonna be going for that early Bloodstone. And looks like they're signaling for some defense on the bottom as Mason starts to push it in. Stella camping behind Moo here. Probably sensing that the dire side is thinking about going in on him.
Reviled.
Looks like there's some pings coming up, so they're trying to make a play happen. Man, that lightning. Level 4, doing 260 damage. There's the snowball, but IX Mike's just going to dive away, and there's no way this is connecting. Now, can they get any sort of a counter here? Fun's coming in, he's pinging where he's going to be, he's going to get the slow on him, and then there's Sleazel, and into the Rock Barrage. Stella is very dead. That was not the play. Distinctly. As Mason continues, he's just going to tank some shots to make sure he gets the last on the tower. So he's already got the early Midas. So that was a nice bit of gold going over to Sleazel. So he'll be looking for the Midas. We could see the Orchid come out. I think that'd be really good. Against the majority of their heroes, being able to Orchid the Dazzle can be extremely huge in team fights. So I assume that's what we'll see, but you never know. He's going to put on the Cold Snap on IX Mike. Man, that's so much damage. Fun's nearby, going to keep him safe. He's actually gonna dive in. Mike, no mana for the egg though. But he has a stick if he really... Well, actually, it still wouldn't be enough, so... In the top lane, Sleazel's gonna Hex up by Annihilate. Are they gonna try and make something happen here? The Flight comes in from your Winter Wyvern, but... Looks like they're just gonna retreat, realizing that it's not really worth the risk there, too. Stella, again, coming in. Oh... Mason, internet, please. you're killing this game, brother. Okay, I'm refilling my coffee. Coffee is refilled. What flame did I miss? Someone get me off this team. Yeah, I have to say the career dive was extremely questionable. I know he went boots first, but it's still just not enough. I believe you get a reduction in damage to the courier when you're ranged, right? It's not going to show me this. I could Google it, but I'm like 90% sure that's how it works. Anyway, they're just going to go with no Mason, it would seem. Okay. There's the Echo Slam. Here comes the double. Oh, he already popped Fisher, right? Man, that call down from Rhymes is going to eliminate Jaw. So, I think Sleazel will be pretty happy with that. That's that was questionable decision making because had Mason TP'd at the start of that fight, that could have been a nice tornado into an EMP or something. Probably could clean up Rhyme, which would be a giant kill bounty for him. So getting DC'd has some consequences here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Moo here. That was kind of shady, especially considering he wasn't even back. That's Stella. I'm sure everyone will be really glad to hear that. I don't think I should be flaming as a caster. Rhyme suggesting that Zai is the only one allowed to play Tusk, it would seem. Everyone else is too YOLO. They can't contain themselves when they play the Tusk. That's the problem. And Nae's not ready for the Tusk, just like they're apparently not ready for Chen. Outside of complexity, of course. Oh, Mason, he's back. Are you talking about Sleazel? Oh, the Tusk? Nah, he was probably just saving it. It would just be 2 and 2. And yeah, he just leveled because they got a kill on Sleazel. What? Now Jaw is now disconnected. General Assault is now being thrown out here. This is quite excellent. I was afraid we were going to lose this, you know. I'm being DDoSed. They're holding me back. Gotta DDoS those FaceIt Pro League players. So how's everybody doing? Y'all doing great. Dota TV. Welcome to the MopPax show. Better plug myself, I guess. You can follow me on Twitter at MopPax. I usually do like stats and shit for High Ground TV. And apparently occasional casting. But yeah, all flame can be directed there or praise. It's all in the works, folks, so I ain't no procaster. Moo trying to focus down the mid tower. It's only got the 1-point edict though. Pretty standard build that we're seeing these days. Except sometimes we'll see the max edict and lightning instead of the split earth. But the split earth range just gets like humongous. Like the radius is giant of the actual stun. I think it's worth leveling, especially when you have the Tusk, right? Because he's trying to cover that whole ice shards area. But it's gonna get denied out by JJ, who's gonna be going for a hand of Midas. So we're seeing a lot more of these late Midases on Vipers, on Shadow Fiends, and apparently on Wind Rangers as well. Annihilate gets the block it on Sleazel. Now here comes the snowball from Stella. It's so fast though. Oh, Sleazel turns for the Hex. That might be his death. Oh no, the misplaced Ice Shards. Okay, that was a really good Hex. I wasn't even thinking about the Ice Shards block, so well played, Sleazel. And the Radiant side's going to rotate up here. This tower still at full HP, so it's going to be a hell of a battle if they think they're going to take this down right now. Likely going to need Moo. I'll probably start running his way up there now. Oh, nice. This is a perfect timing for a regen rune. Coming back up, Rhyme coming back up. We are set for a pretty big battle here. It's all going to be with the engagement. Now, in terms of the Radiant side vision, they don't see anyone right now. They pop down the ward, and now they see everybody. So here we go. Snowball comes in right onto Rhyme. Mason gonna throw down the EMP. He's gonna be stunned inside. There's no way he doesn't get hit by that. Gets off the call down first though, and the rock brush, and he blows them up. Mason's running to the back, and he throws the tornado out, but it's not gonna be enough to kill Rhyme. Annihilate, force TP out. IX Mike trying to put the damage on. Now the lightning comes in. Rhyme barely survives, and Fun throws out the beautiful Shadow Wave, and they're gonna live. So Disaster on the side of the Radiant tried something sneaky, threw down the ward, but in the end, no kills coming out. Just that sustain from the Dazzle, too powerful. And all the control that they do have with the Hex and everything. And talk about that burst damage. Like, man, they were right on top of Rhyme. And level 4 flat cannon and everything like that. Took him to task. Excellent play there from that side. And now you've got your 6 up on your Dazzles. They'll have the armor weave and everything. Your finger's now up on Sleazel. And I don't think Mike's even had to pop the egg yet. Wow, that Splinter Blast is a ton of damage. I wonder if Mason's going to pick anybody up here on the backside. They do have these wards. Ping's pinging here. Pink's pinging here. Fun knows? Oh, he's pinging that ward, I guess. Yeah, and they're throwing out the power shots, so they know where they are. Probably because there's no one else on the map. They have some nice wards. Oh, they saw this ward here. Okay, that makes way more sense. Now they're just totally sneaking them up here. Of course, this tower is still active. And again, if we switch over to the Radiant Vision, they have no idea where they are. Look at these two. That's so great. Oh, he knows! He knows! You see this? Sleazel, please. Sleazel's a player. Faking out the earth spikes. Looks like they are gonna back. And they've now got a new observer ward here, so they're gonna know when these crappy shenanigans are going on. And meanwhile, JJ's down here getting some good farms. This is really good for him. Had a bit of a rough go in the mid lane. Got his Midas up now. Clean up some creeps, and we can switch over to net worth. It's almost 15 minutes, and Mason is on top of the chart. Not a real surprise there. Been doing a lot of farming and not really dying in all these team fights. He's still 1-0-0. And looks like here comes the fight here. Trying to get as much as we can without going out to the International Space Station. It's kind of... Oh, nice fish to block this off. This is a really good play. Now Rhyme is basically out of the fight. Stella not choosing to snowball in on Sleazel. The grave is put out by Fun, but that means no grave for Rhyme. So what can they do? Nothing. It's just going to rock a barrage. Sleazel's going to TP home. No deaths on the dire side. And in the meantime, JJ takes the bottom tower. Okay, so it was a really good Fisher to start off with, but not willing to dive all the way under the tower. Oh, Moo's going to catch out Rhyme here, though. Can he hit the splitter? Nice Fisher setup right into split earth. Oh, we're going to commit the Echo Slam. That's something you'll see pretty often from your early Earthshakers. Like, he was dead anyway, right? But by using the Echo Slam just to commit the kill to Annihilate, just make sure that he's going to get closer to his Blink Dagger, and that's better for the team as a whole, so it's totally fine to use that just to ensure kills. And they're going to get the tower. Going to be healing up Stella a little bit there. I don't think I've ever had a Winter Wyvern on my team. I'm just realizing this now. I've never been healed by a Winter Wyvern. One day. One of these days. I'll get an ally Winter Wyvern. I was always thinking about, like, I never have Tinker on my team either. Tinker's always on the enemy team, then I have to counter pick him because I hate that hero, but... As we continue, the Radiant side still being sneaky. Oh man, Mike is going to go right past Stella. Stella's going to TP out. Can Sleazel... Oh, he just figures him. Doesn't even go for the Earth Spike to cancel it. Just commits it completely. 237 gold bounty on your way to Sleazel. He'll be so close to that blink now at 2k gold. So nicely played there. Ja also getting the Soul Ring up. He'll be a little bit more useful in these engagements. Sleazel, 640 HP. Ja can get a TP. He can do something about this. He's so close. And he does have the Winter's Curse. So if someone starts a TP... Oh, he's going to go for the solo, it seems. Gets the Splinter Blast. No rotation. Really surprised there. I feel like they could have made something happen. But perhaps they don't want to leave the mid lane. I know, like throwing out the Fisher. Just get rid of this creep wave. A nice pickup from Moo there. Gets all that CS. And going straight into the eggs for JJ. Not a surprise there. So, probably going to the crit next. Stella's going to throw out the Ice Shards, but not going to do anything. Ooh, does cause Rhyme to throw out the ultimate though, so that's not too bad. Of course, it's one of the shorter cooldowns, so I don't think he'll be too concerned. And Mason continues to farm up. Midas is done on Mike. Typical build, of course, we see is the Midas into the Shivas. Pretty good this game. Lots of close fighting. Shivas will be able to output quite a bit of damage. And the bonus armor certainly won't hurt. And it's going to be a 4-staff. Wait, what? That looks like a 4-staff. Casual point booster 4-staff? Okay then. Hits pretty hard right now, about 100 damage with that really fast attack speed when he's in Wax, so Mason able to output quite a bit of physical damage at the current moment. Not sure how a wizard shooting glowing balls is physical damage, but that's Dota for you. Sleazel has the Blink Dagger. We can be looking for a big team fight for the dire side. It's so easy for them to 5-man wipe the Radiant. It'll be up to Stella with the Snowball to help mitigate a lot of that damage. If he can do some really well-timed snowballs, just to cancel out things like the Call Down, and even like Earth Spikes and everything like that, can be the big plays, especially now that you can snowball while you're moving. So he could be on the outskirts of the fight. The spells start coming down. He snowballs through the middle of the fight, scooping people up. I could see that working. I don't think it would be that big of an ask, would it? As the Force App is done on Mason. So, usually really good against Earthshaker, and even when he's on your own team. So they kind of have two heroes that are doing this terraforming with the Ice Shards and the Fissures, so Force Staff will be really good to navigate around that, and possibly to push opponents over those barriers so that their allies can't help them. Something like singling out the Dazzle so that you can burst him down, forcing him to grave himself, and not someone like Rhyme or JJ. Looks like the Radiant are going to commit to a push on the bottom here. No vision in terms of the Radiant side. They see Rhyme here. They're going to throw out the Sigil to try and get a spot here. Oh, Stella gets ready to go here, so they're going right on to Rhyme. Fun's right on the side though, so he's ready for that Shallow Grave if needed. Moo throwing out the lightning just to harass. Alex Mike still waiting with that egg. Not quite level 11 yet though. This courier comes in, delivers the bots over to Moo. Mike probably hoping he's going to get to level 11 before the fight happens. Really close right now. That second level of egg, just so important. Takes 3 more attacks to destroy, which is all the difference. Which is exactly why you do see the Midas picked up so much on your Phoenix. Moo has rotated to the top lane with his Bloodstone and bots, farming up camps, farming up the lane, and Annihilate decides to DC. Stella's having none of it and just wants the game to end, so he's just going to unpause. He's still a little tilted, and yep, there's the plate mail for Mike, so here comes the roll, but it's on a Phoenix, so... Wait, am I missing something? I am missing something. Oh, he dives to his own team! I'm not sure what the play. Maybe he didn't know there was an Earthshaker. It works, though, because it's going to force them right into his own allies, and with the heals and everything, they survive. So a little bit of a risky play. Oh, Mike is going to die, actually. He dies to the Splinter Blast from Winter Wyvern. And now the Snowball onto Rhyme. Oh, jeez. Okay. That buyback from Stella, I think you call that worth. I don't think they would have got the kill without it, and that puts about 1,000 gold bounty over onto Ja. Well, that was interesting. I know the plan. I get it. Like, he saw the snowball, so that was kind of crazy. Like, he brought them into his own team, but the Earthshaker was inside, so that allowed him to get kind of like a free 4-man Echo Slam. And the eggs is now done on JJ. Looks like it's getting pinged out by the... Oh, it's been done for a while. He's got 1,500 gold. Holy. All the alt pings are coming out from Sleazel saying, get the hell out of there, there's a Tusk coming. And he is correct. Saw him pick up the... Actually, they don't even have wards on the runes, so they wouldn't have spotted that out, but... Good game sense right there by Sleazel. Gonna make sure that JJ doesn't run into any problems. I wonder if he's going for the kind of the Chrysalis build into the Daedalus. That's the, of course, your Slasher's way. And in terms of this game, seems pretty good. Maybe the Maelstrom wouldn't be the worst item here, just because all the fighting's so close that those chain lightning procs could be a lot of bonus damage. Oh, Alex Mike's in here really deep. Oh, he's gonna get off the Icarus dive first. Oh, but he doesn't cancel it. He comes right back in with the egg. Nice play. Annihilate gonna get shackled up. Of course, all that physical damage being reduced there from the Winter Wyvern, but just switches to the power shot to finish him off. Now Mason coming from the side, has the tornado ready. Gonna be looking to throw it up, pop the EMP down to make sure Sleazel's gonna have less spells to cast. Oh, nice grave right there on Alex Mike, and Sleazel gets out too. And it's just gonna be a full retreat from the Dire side back to their own side of the river with no lives lost. So well played there. Not sure how Sleazel got down. He must have blinked before the tornado hit. I thought he was caught up inside of it. So good play there by Sleazel. And we haven't seen anything in terms of the Roshan as Rhyme goes to pick up his stacks. Has the Helm of the Dominator, so he's got his little Alpha Wolf with him as well. And Mason, up to 2,500 gold, has the point booster. Yeah, okay, so he's going to pick up the Ags, so he's 400 gold away from that right now. That's, of course, going to help with the cooldown and everything. 0 mana cost on your Invoke, which is sick. And then he'll be down to a Scepter cooldown of 4 for now and 2 soon. Looks like Rhyme's going to catch up Moo, though, along with Sleazel. They get the Finger of Death and everything, so they just catch him from the camp with the Earth Spike and the Hex and everything, so that's just the power of the Blink. And nice clean pickup kill there. That doesn't count as missing it, right? Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, just
You've been shafted.
gets the shackle. There's a Shadow Blade up on JJ now, so those kind of pickoffs are going to start to happen. We'll have to watch out for that. Didn't see that pickup. Gonna get Winter's Cursed by Ja. Oh, the jukes! Oh my god, the jukes! JJ, please. Okay. They have no detection anyway, so now the Shadow Blade's back up. He's not done, though. Oh, nice play by Ja. Ja knows. He ain't... Oh. Oh, Ja. There's no cooldown on your Shadow Amulet, though. JJ? Oh, he's still scared. He does not want to get caught out here. He's just going to wait for the last 14 seconds of his TP. We don't want to miss anything else, though, as the dire side sets to push this tower. Now, this means that JJ's not going to be available. They're starting to TP some rotations here. Moves here, annihilates on the side. And now it's basically everybody, so... Dire side backing up without their Wind Ranger. She's going to have to go home, get her heal. Someone just canceled the TP top. Anyway. Rhyme's going to head to the mid lane and push that out. Stella having a rough game. Probably going for the Blink Dagger. Maybe a Medallion or something if they... Oh, wow, we're missing more kills. Sorry, folks. Oh, man. Mason with the BM pause as IX Mike gets caught out here. And Sleazel's on the sideline. He's going to have to TP off to the tower. Got a little too excited checking out Stella's item build. I assume he's going to be going for the Blink Dagger. Anyway, going for the Yules. Yules, of course, a great item on Leshrac. You can throw yourself up in the air, and your spells will continue to go and rain fiery death, well, lightningy death upon your enemies. And the Radiant side's gonna start pushing tower. 6 kills this whole game for the Radiant, but they're keeping up. Only a 2k gold lead for the Dire side, which really isn't that much at the 25-minute mark. BKB almost done on Rhyme. Doesn't have the Ogre Club or anything with him, though, so he's not quite as tanky as he might want to be. Radiant side not choosing to push here. Uh oh, JJ coming in here on Stella. Easy shackle of his life. Totally dead.
You're not going anywhere.
Even gets the Shadow Blade hit in before he pops out. Totally unnecessary, but okay. I Annihilate lurking here. He's got his own shadow. Oh, he's been Shadow Amulated by Ja with the Wind Ranger. Oh, and that's gonna be a solo kill right here. But Fun's too close. Gets the Grave off, and now Rhyme's coming to clean up. I Annihilate Sleazel. Throws out the finger and says, I don't think so. Gonna get a nice bounty over him to himself there. 439 gold. Rhyme probably a little upset he didn't just get his BKB from that. He'll live though. And now JJ coming in from the backs. Looking for the back stab, and there is no detection here, so he's hoping for soul, but he knows, oh, he must not be able to see Ja. Ja, of course, able to just prevent all that physical damage, so not going to be able to do much in this situation. IX Mike, they're body blocking each other, totally stuck, and now they get Winter's Curse right next to each other. The Split Earth's going to stun them both, so much AoE damage, down goes Mike, and down goes JJ. Oh, disaster! Meanwhile, on the backside, Mason, he's going to throw out the EMP. It does catch Rhyme. He's got nothing left. Call down in 2 seconds, but there's no mana now. He's trying to chase down the courier. There's only a TP on it, though. Fun retreating to the back. Oh my god, what a disaster, the body blocks. Now the snowball from Stella. They're throwing it onto the wolf just to catch up, but the double Earth Spike from Sleazel is going to stop them in their tracks, but Mason has the Cold Snap. He's got Force Staff in 3 seconds. Going to look to catch up with Sleazel. Oh, and now the bounty comes out on the Alpha Wolf. Fun gets Yuled up in the air. He is totally dead. Rhyme, very unhappy they killed his wolf. Throws out the fuck you. And in the end, it is a complete and utter disaster for the Dire side. Oh my god, that body block from Mike. That, you could just see him and JJ struggling to maneuver in that tight path right here. They were just totally blocked off. That's the heal and the Cold Embrace is so good against Windrunner. That wasn't a counter that I had considered. Just completely negates the ultimate. In the early game, it doesn't matter too much because you'll just power shot instead and still get a pretty decent burst, but now with the eggs and everything, that's all the damage. I like the Shadow Blade build. I think that was a good purchase. Fun suggesting there's a ward here based on their movements, but Sleazel puts down the sentry. It would appear there is not. And JJ's just going to keep farming up the bottom. It looks like we might have some action up top. I Annihilate. Does he... Oh, he has an Invis rune. Oh, but they hit the sentry! Sleazel acting like he doesn't know he's there, but he waits for Rhyme to come in, throws out the air spike and everything, and he is dead. Just gets the finger off before the tornado comes in to lift him up in the air. Now, here comes the Winter's Curse again onto Rhyme. Stella's just going to snowball up to the creep wave and blinks away, but he doesn't blink far enough. He's trying to TP out. There's no more stuns left, though, so he's going to make it out. Mason force-staffing him away. Not really comfortable with the situation anymore. Sleazel, oh, nice. He needs more mana, though, so he's going to have to... Ooh, can they get the Earth Spike? No, the Glimmer Cape. Looks like Jaw's going to get away here. Alright, Mason turns invis, nothing they can do, and Jaw escapes with pretty much full HP. So nicely played there. JJ hoping he might be able to come in from the backside and pick somebody up, but I don't think that's going to happen. Rhyme finishes off the tower, gets himself some good... Ooh, Stella blinks up though, puts a snowball onto Mason, going to bring them into 2. Going to need a snowball. What, Mason? Yep. I think they're just going to retreat here. Not quite enjoying the situation. So not going to worry about so much. Now JJ comes in from the side with the Shadow Blade. Oh, he doesn't see him though. That's unfortunate. Maybe he wants Mason. But the entirety of the Radiance here, and we've seen so many times before. Oh, Fisher. Echo Slam not quite doing enough damage. Going to be a snowball into JJ, but it's got the distance. Wow. Leshrac is now in the middle of all this, and Moo is throwing out all the damage. Mike comes off to the side. He's got no egg. The Shallow Grave's out on JJ. He's going to live for now, but Moo's going to Yule himself up in the air just to keep that damage going, and has so many dead on the Radiant, or the Dire side, sorry, as the Radiant are just running them over. Now Fun trying to stay in behind Rhyme and use him as his own little shield. The Rocket Barrage keeps going off even though he's stunned. The Tusk Punch comes out on a Fun. He's going to have to Shallow Grave himself. That forces Rhyme to throw the BKB and see what he can get done on his own. The Sigil's slowing down Fun. He's just going to die, and that forces the TP out from Rhyme. So another victory from the Radiant. I mean, they were down 14 kills. Reducing that now to 12. Moving on up. But in the end, it's the gold bounties that tells you everything. A huge bounty going to Rhyme, so he's pretty happy overall, but your Dire side, or your Radiant side, really starting to pick it up. That Blink Dagger on Stella is doing a lot of work. 0 to hero, am I right? Like, he had a pretty shit early game. Probably not going to be able to follow up on any of this now. More wards picked up from Ja. If we take a look at the vision, not much on the Radiant side. This ward just dying down here. They've got a ward here, but it's actually in sentry range, so that's going to get, yeah, it's getting pinged right now by Rhyme, so that's totally dead. Dire side, similar vision. Nice ward in the mid lanes, allowing Sleazel to get some harass out on Annihilate. No one with any sort of Roche control. And we also haven't seen anything happen with the Roche, and there's no medallions this game, so as far as I haven't seen any. Yeah, that's something we'll see on the Tusk quite a bit, like going into the Solar Crest. I think the Blink was the right idea here, though.
My gratitude.
Maybe we'll see the pickup into the Medallion next. But he's at 1300 gold, so it doesn't look like that's the plan. Let's just hope it's not the Eggs. That's quite possibly the worst Eggs upgrade of all time. Looks like JJ's just going to try and solo it, but Mason sees this coming a mile away, throws out the Tornado, so they're going to spot this. And JJ's just gonna back. They have, I mean, the Dire just does not really want to fight in there. Like, they have their own great tools. Actually, okay, Roche fight's gonna be a total utter bloodbath. On the Dire side, you have Call Down, you have Egg. Even Earthspike's pretty sick in that fight in the pit. And then on the Radiant side, you've got the Ice Shards, you've got Echo Slam. I think the Radiant wins the Roche fight, though. Just because of the general Leshrac damage, the Tornado, the EMP, so... If the Dire side spotted it at all, it's going to be a total disaster for them. It looks like they're suspecting the Radiant are starting to group up for the Roche. So they're trying to get a backstab going here. Trying to catch them out somewhere around here, prepping for the Roche, but they're actually going to get them from the high ground. Nope, they're going to wrap back. Now they think they're actually in the pit. Oh, it would seem they do not. They're going to try and do this now. They're going to spot them all out here in the mid lane as Moo pops out of the fog here. But now, Mason, he's got his Tornado, he's got his EMP. Now, the Windrunner ultimate lets them do this so fast, it's just going to be in time. And the Radiant's not going to fight this now, so now they're on the chase. Sleazel just barely misses the Earth Spike on Annihilate. They don't want to walk into that EMP, so they're going to have to back off. The Sigil slow them down and give them some vision as to where they are. But the Radiant just backing. Not too interested in this engagement. So great pickup for the Dire side. Pretty risky. They definitely did their timing correctly, and they had some good idea as to what the Radiant was up to after this nice little smoke play. So they felt comfortable taking the Roche and bursting it down. So really nicely done there. Sleezel with the point booster. Could we be seeing the eggs? I mean, these are some clumped fights. Like, if they come out of the snowball with 3 heroes and he gets off that finger of death, that is going to be so sick. I don't think I've ever seen a more than a 2-man lion finger of death, and that's only in like pubs. I don't think I've ever seen a successful Ags really doing much. Usually it's just the cooldown that really helps from the scepter. Drops it in half right down to 20 seconds. Not sure how long this game's going to go, if that is going to be an option. It might just be a tanking point booster for now. He might just go for other items. Rhyme going for the butterfly. And Sleezel's just chilling, looking for some sort of a solo pick-off. With all that burst damage, looks like they're grouping in the mid lane. Something might happen here. So you have 875, you have about 10, 11. You have about 1100 damage of burst. Oh, nice. They're going to get Mason the Hex, but here come the TPs. They are going to be able to burst him down in time. No, the Force Staff from Mason's going to save himself. Sleezel blocked off. Oh, nice Force Staff just before the tornado can hit. Can he get away from the snowball in time? Having people inside. Just 2. Not going to have the distance. And he is able to blink before Cell can catch up. The Ice Shard is going to block him, though. Oh, but they're not going to chase it. There is a rotation from JJ. But they're going to back as well. Some good plays, but it's not enough to lock anybody down. But they do save Mason's life. Crit now done on JJ, so he's going to be opening a lot of damage. Going to have to make sure that the Cold Embrace isn't going to be stopping all that physical damage, though. It's interesting, it's kind of the duality of we get the fun on the Dazzle on the Dire side, with the Shallow Grave saving people from the majority of the damage before they can die, and then we also have the Cold Embrace, so 2 priority targets in the team fights that you want to get down. And possibly if you could silence them at all, but not really too many ideal silencers. Just really the Hex from Sleezel. That's what you're going to be looking for. So he's going to pop a ward into the jungle. Nice ward right here from the Radiant side. This is one that let them know some of the rotations and isn't regularly countered. So they also do have a sentry here if they don't have a vision. Oh, do they not? That creep must be just out of the vision range. Wait, what? Oh, that's Dire. That's a Radiant sentry. Okay. Woo! Looks like the Radiant's gonna smoke up. Gonna catch Rhyme. Oh, nice Echo Slam! Gonna get himself a bounty rune too, and Rhyme is completely stunned up with the Winter's Curse. Nice pick off. That is gonna be huge. He actually gets the kill. 447 gold to your Winter Wyvern. Already has his Glimmer Cape from a long time ago, so he's been buying a ton of the wards. He's basically had the same items for like 15 minutes now. Ix Mike has the Shivas, 1200 gold. JJ Invis here, not going to be able to get much done though. Look at that, nice drawing right there. He knows. Jaws the man, knows exactly where they are. So many Midases. What other items are coming for your team? Maybe Fun will be getting the medallion for his team. Nope, he's gonna get another Force Staff. We've already seen how powerful the Force Staff is this game, so no surprise there. I really like that purchase. Oh, the Octarine Core on Mason. Eggs Octarine Core. Oh man, this is crazy. If you start hiding all these spells, like you can't even see all the cooldowns now. Wow. It's ridiculous. Everything getting reduced so much. 1.5 seconds on the invoke now. Deafening Blast. Oh wait, is it not refreshed? 22.5 regen there on your tornado. Ooh, I have a phone call. How exciting. As we expected, it was a wrong number. But hey, what can you do? I was hoping it would be my dear mother. No, not really. My mom never calls me. No love. Alright, Mason. Going invis with the Ghost Walk here. Gonna throw out the Tornado. Doesn't catch anybody though. Rhyme with the skill move's gonna dodge that. and they will be retreating. I don't know, Radiant probably not looking to fight into this Aegis, which is gone now, because they killed her. I am not, well, I am a noob, but that's fine. How long till the next Roche? Oh, it just expired. Jesus, get a grip. So 3 minutes till the next Roche. Timing that we'll be aware of. I didn't see the, sometimes it'll pop up and tell you anyway, even though, oh, there's a Hex there on Ix Mike. He's going to get split earth. And he is quite dead, so nice Scythe of Ice pick up here. Tornado's going to come out right onto Fun. He is donezo, not going to be able to get off the Shallow Grave. Meanwhile, over on the backside, Sizzle gets picked off here by Moo and Stella, and that's going to force JJ to start backing. Only has the Shadow Blade. Oh, nice blink from Annihilate. He's going to catch him out with a Fissure here if he can find him. Ah, he guesses the wrong way. No vision for him, of course. Now Rhyme's on the side as well. Probably not looking... Oh, God, this is so risky. They don't have the Winter's Curse or any sort of hold there, though. Oh, but Annihilate's going to blink over, but he just misses Rhyme. Woo! Things are getting pretty wild here, folks. Anyway, that must have been Moo. Yeah, Moo's got himself a Scythe of Ice. That is nice. That was not expected, I don't think, from Ix Mike. Having a hard time getting the eggs off this game. And there's the medallion up on Stella as well, so probably be looking into that Solar Crest next, as we were talking about earlier. Will definitely make the next Roche a lot easier for them to take, as the Dire side already have such a simple time doing it with the Windrunner. Ogre Club up on Annihilate, looking for the BKB. Not a shock there. BKB is such a good item on Earthshaker. It boosts your base damage, which makes your Enchant Totem do more damage, and then of course it just makes sure you're going to get off all your spells as well. Obviously the most important aspect. If we bring up the graph scan, it has spiraled up into a big lead for the Radiant. So despite that Roche taking from the Dire, they've just started to lose some fights. Now only down 8 kills, so kills later in the game obviously matter more. Ix Mike kind of lurking up top, but going to be looking to do anything here. It's Tornado's going to come out, not catch anybody though. Ix Mike spotted out. Going to Icarus dive up. So not too concerned about the situation here. But yeah, so almost 4K gold and climbing there for the Radiant. It seems that Dire, I guess the fights just aren't really going their way. Like they keep getting caught out, so someone's always dead when the fight starts, and that just makes it a lot harder because you're fighting 5v4, and that's generally going to result in some pretty big losses. It didn't seem like Ryan was able to do much that last fight either. Not enough control for him to use any of his abilities or attack anybody. Another stack cleaned up for JJ though, so that'll help in terms of the gold deficit, as Mason is just throwing out YOLO tornadoes everywhere. And that's your... Nope. Oh, it's a gem and a bunch of TPs there for Ja. Ja with the 4 TP stack, buying TPs before he dies, I assume. Just to not burn any gold. And is there... Whoa, that was... Stella doing Stella things, I guess. Alright. Sleazel's lurking in the bot, hoping someone's going to come right into this ward so we can blink out and hex them up with the finger and everything as well. But that is not going to be occurring. The timer is definitely on for the Dire. Moo's going to be looking for that late game BKB, which is something we see on all of these Leshrac carries. They don't go for BKB early. They try and, if they don't win the game the old-fashioned Leshrac way, Sleazel? Oh my god, these are so poorly timed, it's actually ridiculous. Like, holy shit, of all the times. But anyway, oh, he is going to unpause, so he's going to be looking for the Hex right away, gets it onto Moo, nothing he can do, doesn't have that BKB we were just talking about. He's trying to run in the circle to avoid the Air Spike, but that's not going to work. Gets shackled up. Look at those crits! Whew!
Pain
You
ain't
did.
Ugly. Ugly. Pain.
Meanwhile, on the top, Stella's going to try and put some damage here on the tier 3, but of course, if he had the BKB already, he would have lived there. But what we always see is that you wait till the late game, so you'll have that 10-second BKB at 45 minutes, and there's just nothing they can do. You just run amok with all your damage, especially if you can pick up into something like the Octarine Core. But he went for the Scythe of Ice instead this game, which is a good purchase because it'll help stop the egg from happening. Also good if they can catch it on to Rhyme before he pops his BKB, which is down to 7 seconds. So I wonder if we'll see a BKB as well for JJ. He's got 4,100 gold, 2,600 in the surplus, so he can look to pick up something here. Definitely going to be an important purchase, whatever it is going to be. Looks like he hasn't fully decided. Other options instead of a BKB. Whoa, he just sold his Midas. Okay. So he is going to purchase the BKB and ensure he still has enough for buyback. Mason throws out the Tornado on the Cecil and the Cold Snap. Oh, but he gets to the low ground, so he's going to be okay. Now Fun's going to have to... no, still stunned, so he's not going to be able to Shell Grave himself. Cecil does blink away, so the Snowball's not going to catch him, though. Oh my god, he is so fast, though. Not that fast, though, Mason. But Moo's just going to be able to use him up. Deafening Blast, and he is done so. And that Solar Crest is now finished on to Stella, so lots of burst damage. And they're going to head right into the Roast Pit. Solar Crest reducing that armor by 10. So they're going to be able to wipe down Roche. Oh, looks like the Dire decide they do have to contest this. Oxmax now onto the high ground, flies his way up there. He still has the egg ready. He's going to pop it. Oh, he doesn't get it locked yet. Ryan pops the BKB. Ja's invis. They have no detection? Oh, nice Echo Slam. Ionite's still going to go down, though, because when your Hex Rocket Brush keeps going, now JJ is done, so Moo not low enough as Rhyme tries to man up, but that is not going to be the plan. Mason throws out the Deafening Blast, and now it's just IX Mike trying to stand against them. Can he at least pick up Ja or Stella? He has no spells for a seriously long time, and he's going to go down. Stella throwing out the BMGG. Nicely done. And that's about a 3,000 gold swing in the end for your Radiant side. Big bounty's going to Mason. They do have some buybacks though, so it's not necessarily over, but with this Aegis now up on Moo, it is definitely the uphill battle. 11 Bloodstone charges as well with his Shiva's Scythe and Yules. He's pretty scary. The next fight, gonna need a big egg. Oh, 5,300. How much gold do you have? They're not that rich. Mason's rich as fuck though. Oh, nice Force Staff. Good play right there, the combination. You have 90. He's got decent. Mason though is rich as fuck. 6,700 gold. Probably going to be looking to sell his drums and maybe purchase up a refresher. I'm not sure what other items would be the build here. AC would be really good, as I don't see anyone else picking it up on their team, and it would help out his damage as he is already hitting for 700 or 700 for 200. Sorry, I don't know why I just said 700. Let's see what he thinks here. Sell the drum. He's thinking. There's nobody wants to do with his life. Sells the drum. He just gets rid of it. I'm not even gonna buy anything. He doesn't give a shit. He's sending the courier to his own secret shop, so let's get something on it already. Oh, it's gonna be the Shiva's guard. Okay, so he's gonna fly himself out of Shiva's. So double Shiva's now out for your Radiant side, as we can see that Moo also has one on the Lesh rack. How about an Annihilate? He doesn't have his BKB yet. He's going to be looking to get close to that. Not really getting any bounties in these fights, it would seem. Had some nice Echo Slams there on Rhyme and everything, though. Alright, so everything's back up for the Dire side. Here comes your big defense. Let's see what they can make of it here. Lightning on to Rhyme there, just to harass and everything. And now here comes the Edict. The Hex comes in from Sleazel. Double Earth Spike as well. Okay, this is a good setup. They have the call down onto 2. Mason is getting extremely low. He gets the Cold Embrace. Now Jaws dying on the side. Doesn't have the Glimmer Cape off cooldown now anymore. IX Mike's going to throw with the heal. Oh, here we go. 3 are already dead. Well, 2 plus the Aegis. JJ trying to line up a Shackle here. Gets it right onto the Creep Wave. Nicely played. Mason comes back in. Throws out the Shivas. JJ gets Shallow Grave though, so the Echo Slam's not going to be able to wipe him out. Sleazel's just barely escaping. Everyone barely escaping with almost no HP. Mason's going to try and clean somebody up. Doesn't have the Tornado though back yet, even with the Octarine. Now he does. Throws out the Sunstrike. Nope, going to miss. Thought he was aiming for the well. Okay, sick defense from the Dire side. Excellent use of the skills. We saw the call down just whacking everybody. I really like the Shackle from JJ as well, right out of the Aegis. So look at that, gold bounties. That's what happens when I try. IX Mike, everybody. It was a sick ag. You know, there's a reason he runs this league, folks. That's IX Mike for you. So, Dire officially back in the game. it was spiraling completely out of control, but the roller coaster is going to be screeching back down to around the 5K mark, I would reckon. And they'll have to be looking for this next roach. Of course, it is a long way off. Basically, it's going to be about 6 minutes away. But of course, we never know. Mason lurking around here with the Ghost Walk. With his Shivas, he's a ton of burst right now. Can just look to totally pick off Fun. Kind of walking around him a little bit. Gets the Grave off, but, I mean, what's Fun going to do? I guess Mason's just gonna run. That works. Tries to throw out the Sunstrike, but Fun's having none of them. Just stops moving. Knows that's his best bet. And Rhyme takes the bottom tower here. This game's gone a little topsy-turvy. MKB now done for him. No evasion, of course, besides the Solar Crest on your task, which is nice because he could provide evasion to any of his allies. So MKB's a good pickup this game, and of course it's just one of those flat damage boosts, so it'll always boost your flat cannon. So that's one. Of course, that's why Rapier's so good on Gyro. So MKB always a good pickup on the hero. 88 damage added on to all your flat cannon bursts. Picking up the move speed creep. Just so we can zoom along at 467. See, you lose at 423. That just won't do. He hits for almost 400 damage right now. Man, what a tank. 5-second BKB? Yeah, he's down to the 5. Alright. See what we can see happen here. Ja on the high ground. Dire side vision, really nice here. They know nobody's around unless they're smoked up. I haven't seen too many smokes lately. In terms of the vision, Radiant side pretty limited. Dire side also pretty limited. They only have this one ward in the shop for the Radiant. We do have 4 wards for the Dire. We have no wards, so Dire doing a better job of getting those wards purchased up and ready for placement. But there is the gem up on Ja, so he's been dewarding a lot of those, which is why we're not seeing anything for the Dire. BKB getting close to finish on the Dire. On the Dire. On Annihilate. And they're just everyone's kind of grouping together. They're gonna smoke up, head into the jungle and look for them. And oh, this could be a big pick off here. This is gonna be a successful smoke. Oh, if they can only pick one target, they're gonna sheep over onto JJ, and he is just dead. They're throwing everything at him. Oh, but now Rhyme comes in too. But they're all here. He's hoping to do something. Puts on the flat cans. He's trying to get as much damage as he can. Of course, this is going to negate all that physical damage. He's going to get Yules up in the air by Moo and the perfect splitter. The BKB is down. Now Rhyme is totally dead. There is no one here to help him. That's a disaster. That's your 2 cores. They're going to look to just clear out mid and start heading up for free racks. Buyback on JJ, but there is none for Rhyme. This is going to take another big egg here from Mike. Really good smoke. There's your buyback from JJ. That was obviously going to have to happen. He's going to need a really nice shackle here. They still know that Rhyme is not up though, so they're going to get the tower. Mason's going to come in, throws up the tornado. Ooh, nice combo there, putting down the meteor. Oh, but the double shackle from JJ. He's going to throw up the BKB, but the physical damage is blocked from the cold embrace. The egg comes in from Mike. It's going to be doing some damage, and Mason probably going to get stunned. Oh, the force stap's going to get him just far enough away. They're going to try and chase. They do get Ja. None of the cores though. They have the gem on JJ though, so can he get another double shackle? He gets scythed up by Moo. Here comes the setup. Oh, but there's the Eye Annihilate Echo Slam. The Grave comes out from Fun onto Sleazel. He's going to stay alive. IX Mike BKBs. He's trying to live too. Ja gets the shackle onto Moo, but he's still taking all that damage. He's going to back because of the Pulse Nova. Sleazel with the Force Staff Blink. The Sunstrike is not going to hit anybody. Long Range Tornado. Oh, it's Twister Alley. Mike's done. Sniped from Mason. Well played. That's 2 down. Mike's going to have to buy back. Now Fun's getting caught by the Blink Enchant Totem and the Ice Shards. Here comes the Meteor. JJ on the side. He gets hit by the Shivas. Now gets scythed up. So Sleazel is coming and trying to save him by hexing up Moo. JJ just barely alive. 2 more seconds until he has the Shadow Blade. Is he going to be able to live though? No, he is not. That is such an important kill. Now he's down for 104 seconds. Stella comes up with the Ice Shard. It's going to clean up Mike. And that is your game, folks. Everyone's dead for way too long. There is no way they can hold this, can they? Unless Rhyme's going to be able to 5v1. He's going to take down Mason. There's the finger. Is there hope? The Dream? The Dream's not quite dead. Hex is still up now for Sleazel. He's going to put it onto Stella. Now Stella's fed himself. Oh, but Moo comes in and says, I don't think so. Puts on the Lightning. Puts on the Pulse Nova. Sleazel comes back and throws up the Earth Spike. Rhyme. Ooh. Nice ice shards keep him out of the base for a little while longer. He's able to retreat now, though. Here comes the Split Earth off of the Yules. Well played again from Moo. This guy is making it happen. Now he's even trying to fight Rhyme in the fountain. That is not going to happen, though. They've got 2 sets of racks, so maybe this is enough time for your YOLO. He's going to throw out the missile on the Moon, keep tracking him down. There's a gem just kind of sitting there, and no one even cares. 'Cause now there's a scythe back up, which I think Rhyme forgot about. So he's going to get great from Fun, though. Puts up the call down. Now Annihilate's going to go down. How much damage can he get? Rhyme, you are such a man. Ah, the Satanic not going to be able to do enough work, though. And he's going to go down. He throws up the buyback. The tier 4 is getting assaulted by waves of creep, and Rhyme is now coming out, trying to pick somebody up. Jaw on the backside, as we can see, but that's not going to matter. Moo just going to TP home. They know Jaw's over here. He's going to blink over to the side. He's got the gem and everything, and oh boy, you need your rapier. It's only got 2k gold for Rhyme after that buyback, though. So your rapier is going to be hard to come by. That was mildly insane. Anyway, I guess I'll throw it out while we have a pause. If you guys are just joining, I'm Motpax. I do stats and shit for High Ground TV, but I'm just getting vouched in to do some casts for this because I noticed there was a lot of people just watching and thought maybe they'd like a caster, and I always like watching, so I figured I might as well. I do stream this over on twitch.tv/Motpax, and you can see me on Twitter @Motpax as well. So there's my plugs. So please follow, support, all that other crap. I also do cast-its all the time on the Dota 2 cast subreddit, so if you have like a really cool game or something, you should plug it there because it's always fun to watch those wild games. And I know it's really cool to have your game casted. It's fun, so I like doing that for people. So please do. Or you can also tweet it at me. Nice. This is what I'm talking about. We got the Dagon up on Moo. He's ready to make some plays. Ooh. YOLO camera. Mason TP's home. From there? Chainmail? I saw grass. Yeah. Okay, so picked it up after the Shivas, as we were talking about earlier. Catching that Midas. Just chilling in the ice sheds, thrown out by his little friend Stella over there. And it is time for the top racks to go down. Not much more to say to this one, folks. There pretty much needs to be a rapier, I think. The Satanic, of course, going to help. Those 5 seconds of BKB are going to be so unbelievably precious. Oh, not the missile. Everyone chilling in the base. I don't know what the play is here. Do they have a gem still? I don't think they do. Oh, no, they do. I don't know if they bought... Maybe that was probably JJ's gem that was in the Dar base. Annihilate sneaking over here on the side. Oh, he is such a good blink setup if they can get vision here. They have no idea. He's going to be looking for it right in here. Oh, is it Annihilate, please? Alex Mike throws out the egg. He knows they're coming. Annihilate. Talk about patience right here. There's the Fisher. Going to Echo Slam just to make sure Fun's going to be dead. So no Shallow Graves will be coming out here. That's going to ensure that they can get the kill here on Rhyme. He hasn't popped the Satanic yet. He's going to have to pop it now. He does. He's right-clicking. Oh my god. Mason, please. It was a nice ice wall. Sorry I didn't comment on it, Mason. My apologies. Smooth comes in to clean it up. The game is officially over. No buybacks. 40 seconds. That's going to be it. Fun throws out the GG. That was a good game. Radiant with the so far behind in kills, but never reaching more than 2,500 deficit. Played the mid-game fights better, and they won it out. Good itemization choices as well with the scythe and everything. Really slowed down Mike and didn't allow for those big novas. And the Cold Embrace is just such a big counter to the Windrunner that basically made that Eggs like so lackluster in comparison. So again, I'm Motpax. You can tweet me at Motpax, and looks like a new game's hosted, so I'm gonna head right over to that, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
New game hosted.
hunter. Sand King. Bristleback! Oh! Ah.
Alright, we do return. Testing, testing. Let me just make sure my Dota TV is all going and everything. Yes, hello. Welcome to Dota TV. Moppack's here. Gonna be doing another cast here. Sorry, I was just getting supper prepped and everything, so just took me a minute. Looks like the draft is going extremely fast, so like we were talking about last game, we actually see the IO, so no ban, of course. Wow, actually, what is up with all these bans? There's no Queen of Pain pick so far. Okay, was there an agreement in chat that I'm missing? Okay, so this is interesting. Still no Queen of Pain. What's the plan here? That's really odd. That's like blowing my mind right now. Someone's gonna get a value pick here, or we'll see it banned in the last phase. Either way, we did see the IO Bristleback. Currently, the most powerful combo in terms of straight up like winning games and whatnot is the IO Bristleback. Now that's just because IO Tiny is of course a strat, gets countered a lot more. Whereas I think IO just makes Bristleback a better hero. It's not like you change the way like Tiny IO was like ratting and split pushing and spotting out giant ganks, which isn't something you're necessarily going to be doing with the IO. It's going to be with the Bristleback at least. It just makes him so tanky during the fights and allows him to move around and be more violent and everything. So first bans from IX Mike are actually going to be the Huskar and the Bloodseeker. So not wanting to fight up against either of those. And also what you can do is you can ban out heroes that aren't necessarily that important per se, leaving yourself open to things like basically by banning out not top picks, you can leave the Queen of Pain open and you force the draft to go a certain direction. So we saw, for instance, the Undying and the Leshrac ban. So that meant that if you were second pick here, sorry I missed it. I think they would have been. Then you could have went like Gyro Queen of Pain, but instead they're going to be going for the Tidehunter and the Sand King. So really interesting draft here. Not exactly sure what is going on. Just mixing it up, it seems. So the Ember Spirit, a lot more popular in the Chinese scene. It's a hero that they like to run. Basically, they like early team fights a lot more. I guess we still see that in the NA scene too, but the reason they prioritize Ember Spirit is that the whole point is that he gets boots of travel and a bottle and a magic wand, and he just farms the bottom lane or wherever you send him to farm. And then the second an engagement starts, he TPs up to that area and gets in the fight. And so you just throw out all your remnants, you throw out all your Sleight of Fists, and use your Flame Guard, and you just fight. And it's kind of like a Spectre Haunt almost, but Ember Spirit is of course more like stronger in the lane, so it makes it easier to operate than a Spectre. Oh, just a little note here, guys. It looks like Quickfoot is not retiring. He is taking a break. I've been hearing he was retiring, but I'm being some notice now that he's not, so that's really good. But the Weaver, and of course the counter pick of the Rubik into the Weaver. Really nice game to be a Rubik. You already hit the Tidehunter Ravage. The Sand King Burrow Striking is also very good. And the Shikuchi is your number one thing. You want to be grabbing that off your Weavers. Actually, this is a sick Rubik game. Even Disruptor. Getting Static Storm can be pretty hard because a smart Disruptor will always go Static Storm, Kinetic Field, sorry. So we'll probably be seeing that. Last pick, so the bans on the Storm Spirit and the Viper. I know... Oh no, he's not in this game. Well, Chevy has a pretty nasty Storm, so that might be a ban on that. Just to make sure that's not going to be an issue in the mid lane. So it looks like it's going to be the offlane Tidehunter. Of course, we do see a lot of offlane Sand King, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. He'll just be down in the bottom lane with the Sand King and Disruptor, probably with the Weaver as well. Possibly going aggro tri-lane. Of course, they're going to get that value Queen of Pain for Shibby. I mean, why wouldn't you? Now, what's the plan? Like, what's the anti-Queen of Pain? Against this team, probably looking... they could do anything, really. They could do Ember Spirit mid, they could have Bristleback IO in the safe lane, could be looking for an offlaner, could be looking for a mid. Looks like they're thinking some sort of a tanky mid, like the Viper being banned out, so who's left? Maybe a Magnus. Wouldn't be that bad here. You don't really want to be trying to RP with all this stuff going on, so Magnus probably not going to work. Lockdown against the Weaver, single target. Also could be maybe a little bit of burst. Could be just going for general control and silences like a Puck, but he can run into a lot of trouble with the Static Storm. It is a decent matchup against Queen of Pain, though. Definitely skill based, but the right Puck can win that matchup. Maybe we'll see a mid Lina. Fallen out of favor, but the Laguna Blade Burst would be very good against Weaver. Wins the matchup against Queen of Pain pretty handily, I'd say. Not too bad. At least you're not going to get whooped by a Queen of Pain. One-on-one at least. And then, of course, the last option would be maybe if they can just want to try and work in the Tiny anyway, like throw maybe Bristleback into the off lane, Ember Spirit the safe lane, do a IO Tiny duo mid. A lot of options are still left here for Rhyme in his draft.
Legion Commander.
Gonna be the Legion. Okay, so IO Legion, something that was pretty popular at the start. Oh shit, I forgot to check the I forgot to check my all chat. What was I thinking? Oh jeez. Good stuff. Okay, now that we've gone through and fiended the all chat, we can actually start watching the game here. Do I have to reset all my shit? I have to reset all my shit. Gotta get all my professional camera work on. Yeah, here we go. Alright. So let's start going through here. It's gonna be the Mason Weaver heading to the offlane with what appears to be a Disruptor, so kind of the aggro try. They've got the ward and everything. That's gonna be MSS on the Disruptor. IX Mike on the mid Tidehunter? No, he's I don't know, he could be going anywhere with that build. Looks like it's gonna be mid. Yeah, JJ with that build, he's going to the safe lane for sure. Shibby gonna be roaming a bit and jungling. Everyone's lost their minds, this is true. 747. Susie gonna be on your Bristleback. Moo on your Legion Commander, crit on the IO. Of course, that's a crit hero. Very good IO player. Stella on the Rubik, and Rhyme, the hard farming Gyrocopter from last game, is now going to be on the Ember Spirit. Looks like there is going to be a contest of the rune here from the Radiant side, something the Dire probably weren't expecting, and they're going to secure this rune. But the Dire are going to get the bot rune, so they're going to trade it off. Stella with the ward, thinking about what he wants to do. Fakes it. Do you see that? He just like dropped the ward. Oh, but then he walks around and does it anyway? Okay, I'm not sure what that was then. Shibby getting a block down here. So it's not going to be the Shibby mid. He's actually going to be supporting on the Sand King. And it's going to be your Tidehunter versus Bristleback in the mid lane. Clearly a standard matchup in 6.84. And your aggressive Weaver. So in terms of how this is going to go for him, it'll depend on how Rhyme builds. Yeah, he's going to get the level 1 Flame Guard. His income's crit, and this is just going to do so much damage. I'm tries to get the glimpse back, but it's not going to be enough, and allows crit to get the first blood. That'll be a fast... Oh, he's already got the bottle, of course. So he'll be able to go buy himself a set of boots right now. So that's pretty sweet. He picks those up. Moving from the mid to the off lane. This game he was your Leshrac last time. Having an alright time down here against the Queen of Pain. Once the Shadow Strike starts coming out, this could be really hard for Moo. He's got 4 tangos and a salve though, so
Oh,
should be
did
okay.
that hurt?
Gonna be forcing JJ to last it under tower as Shibby does the pull, and Moo's gonna come over and contest. So Moo a good pick against the Sand King. Gonna be able to throw the overwhelming odds when he's jungling to put some damage onto him, and also just while he's pulling too. So interesting pick. Good choice for the off lane.
See it now, do
It's like
ya?
crits in the mid lane here, gonna bottle up 747. And Mason and Rhyme, this is gonna be a hot lane up here. I think like kind of any second one of them could die, just depending on the rotations from Stella, and also if there is any rotations from MSS. But it looks like it is just gonna be Mason up there alone. No detection right now put out from Stella, but he is holding 2 sentries.
Strygor sprints.
Lag? Oh, well, I don't think it's me. Yeah, I'm not dropping any frames or anything, so it's just because of the source quality. Anyway, no, I was typing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was interacting with my chat. That was foolish. We missed first blood there. X Mike, fire him off Axe. Dies right there. So they dive the tower with the Bristle back in the IO. I blame you. I blame you so hard, Matt. Anyway, Bassi picked up our Mason, gonna make him a little bit more survivable in the offlane, gonna allow him to keep doing his Shikuchis, and he also has the Magic Stick, which of course you always want against an Ember Spirit. Moo, again, throwing out these overwhelming odds just to do so much damage to Shibby. He's got no regen left either. And your Sand King, of course, he was looking for the jungle, so not really packing a bunch of regen. JJ gonna head back down, keep CSing down here. Looks like Mason's going to be throwing out some harass up there on Stella as well. Moo already eating through all his tangos from these Shadow Strikes though. And Shibby's going to come in and get off the Burrow Strike. Oh man, that level 1 Burrow Strike range is so small. But here comes the Glimpse. Level 1 Glimpse is also incredibly small. JJ tries to blink forward for the body block, but there's no communication on that one. So he's just going to eat a few hits. And he gets the question mark from Moo. That is well deserved. TeamSpeak not enough. Now, Mason, as we were talking about, it's just so explosive up here. He does have 6 charges left. Talk about playing it dangerous. Oh, he's not even gonna pop them. Just tries to go for the deny. No, there is no way he's getting out. You did try, Mason. It was a noble effort. Shibby just pulling in the bottom lane. Has he to pop the salve yet for Moo? Not quite. So he'll be okay for now. Jeez, 747 just running at Mike. He's got 4 stacks here. Oh, now with the tether and he's dead. He is totally... Oh, the wand! Okay, I was not looking at that stick. Now they're diving so deep. Oh, is he still going to get the kill? Oh, no.
Cast upon the tide.
Goes off to the side. Mike, unhappy. No TPs. Just goes down. Nice play there. Of course, I probably should notice the wand. Everyone, or the stick, everyone who's playing against a Bristle needs at least a stick, but still not enough to save his life, as there was no assistance coming. Kind of the issue when you're running a Disruptor and a Sand King. So Shibby's going to be doing a lot of jungling. Of course, if MSS had a TP, I suppose that could have been different. Man, Rhymes is having a great old time again. He got a ton of farm last game, he's going to get a ton of farm again, and he's already going to have that bottle and magic stick and wand that we were talking about, so looks like he's just waiting for the courier to get that sent up to himself. Oh, nice. Man, that does so much damage. It's only level 2 and level 3. Whew, those searing chains, too strong. Moo throwing out the overwhelming odds now. Onto JJ, and he'll just blink away. So as we can see, the Dire are completely topping the charts here. In terms of the CS. Having a really nice time in the mid lane here for 747. I expect not doing too bad though. 20 CS. I mean, this is a really hard matchup. Like, he can just essentially always get a quill stack off on the Mike, so he needs to be really careful and use his stick charges wisely. Nice, he's gonna get 2 of these. Oh, it gets a 3rd. That was nicely played. Had to wait for the melee creep hit. That's the difference, folks. That's one more bit of gold. Make all the difference in these games. He's using his Anchor Smash to kind of burst down the wave and set it up for multiple waves, multiple smashes for the last hits, because he knows that he can't actually, like, you can't right-click down CS in this lane. You'll just get bursted from the quills. But as well as when he harasses Mike with the quills, it is forcing the wave to push. So, an interesting matchup here in the mid. Rhyme has the bottle, got his boots, so Mason has to be extremely careful. Does have the time lapse though, so it's going to be a pretty skill-based matchup here, but I'd say Rhyme definitely has the edge, just because of how squishy Mason is. Rhyme, of course, having the Flame Guard to deal with the Shikuchi damage. He's going to pop it now, but the chains miss. Oh, jeez. I was afraid that... how's that? Rhyme, not please. Oh, okay, do it. Okay, so, in case you guys are wondering, so as you can see, Searing Chains is... it wraps around nearby enemies, but it is random. So it's anyone in that range. So there's not much you can do. It's only ever going to hit 2. Oh wow. And the harass continues. Mason diving this really deep. He knows that the Flame Guard's currently not on cooldown. Mason? He's going to have to use that time lapse soon if he wants any HP back. Because this is a really slow tick down. Yeah, he barely gets any back. Oh, the minus armor's still on him though. Throws at the Gemnate, but it's still not going to be enough damage. Does he dive this? I know he's thinking about it. Rhyme will probably be looking... Remnant? Oh, he's a Remnant this side. Oh, this could be really good. Oh, Mason is not going to see this coming. I don't want to miss this, but they might be going on Mike in the mid lane. So he's now in behind Mason. Nah, he's not going to go for anything. Now Moo and Stell in the bot lane. Trying to get a duel off here. Oh, he's not going to get... Oh, he's the DD. Oh my god, that would have meant now there's going to be lift. Can he throw JJ in towards Moo? Moo's not pathing through the trees, so it's not going to work. Oh, Stella's so upset right now. Had the setup, but not going to be able to get it to land. Especially because it's only going to be... Yeah, it's only the level 1 blink, so it's a 15-second cooldown. Alas. And Rhymes... Oh man, he's even pulling off to the side and getting himself some fresh last hits here. In the bottom lane, they are trying to dive again.
That's for me.
DD's still active. JJ just too sneaky though. Now Mason's down here as well. Can they make... Oh, if he pops up next to Moo, this could be a disaster. He's gonna pop it. Gonna put the duel on JJ. I don't know if there's gonna be enough damage. Cell's gonna go down to Mason. And now JJ's gonna turn, throws out the Sonic Wave, and Moo's down as well. One right click away from the kill. So good TP in from Mason. Gets himself a free double kill. And that's going to be a nice 765 gold going his way. And the treads will also be finished for JJ because of that. So, be interesting to see what Mason does with his 900 gold. IX Mike does have the Ravage here. Will pop it if he has to. Doesn't think it's going to be necessary. Its crit will probably go down to Mason here on the backside. We won't really have to check that. Yeah, he gets him. Stella comes in and lifts up Mason, though. Or, sorry, MSS. But he's also going to have to retreat. No level 6 yet, so not going to worry about the steal. IX Mike throws out the gush on the 747. He's barely alive. He is going to go down. Now the Sandstorm from Shibby doing some damage. Mason throwing out the attacks onto Rhyme, but it will not kill him. No Sleight of Fist yet out on Rhyme, so he's not the most useful in terms of big AoE damage, but in the end, it comes out fairly even. 623 gold you're sinking. Wow, that is going to be huge for his blink. He already had the blink. Okay, man, Shibby. I was not expecting that 10 minutes. That's sick. Player. Looks like they're requesting some more ancient stacks here, but he's not going to make it there in time. Of course, it's for your bristleback, so you can get those done. Boom.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Stella. And here goes that stack that we were just talking about. So 200 gold. Already got the Vanguard. Has the belt of strength though, so looks like he's going right into a basher. Unless he wants a Sanj or something. Yeah, it could just be the Sanj and Yasha actually. That's probably way more likely. Ignore me. Mango's still up on JJ. I think it's a pretty good item on Queen of Pain. Can get you that nice clutch extra scream. Good overwhelming odds positioning there from Moo. Gets the maximum damage onto JJ. Be forced to retreat back. So there are a lot of heroes, and Rhyme's gonna try and flame himself in, but this level 1 blink can get... Oh, it's level 2 now, but not gonna be enough. Being in the safe lane allowed him to say... Oh, did he cancel? Cancel that TP, but he's gonna blink out now. Seeing as how the entirety of the dire side is here, they'll get themselves a tower. And they will continue marching on as the Radiant tries to do the same here, but now the TPs are coming in. So Moose here only has the treads, no blink yet, but he is looking. Oh, here comes the lift. Now, doesn't really want to dual Mike, but now, oh, nice TP in. Brings in the Bristleback as well. Now Ix Mike's in trouble, gets dueled up. No Ravage for another 18 seconds. Oh, my god, that Kraken Shell doing work. He doesn't get the bonus damage. And now Mason's able to pick up the IO, and Mike's going to get out of here. There's still no glimpse now, as that is going to help him save his life. He's got the kinetic field, though. If he wants to try and hold Moo in place for Mason to whittle him down, but that would be under the tower, and that is not where Mason wants to be. Sentry comes down from Stella to try and give them some vision to Mason, but he's being very sneaky in the fog of the trees here. And Stella's going to retreat, knowing that he would be in deep trouble. Mason playing very YOLO, still has the time lapse, and he knows there's no duel. And there's also no mana for a lift or anything, so he'll just Shikuchi his way past 747, nothing he can really do about the situation. And JJ's in the mid and still has the Sonic Wave, of course, so any sort of engagement they want to take, that could result in some serious damage dealt to the dire side. Rhyme now in here too, going for that drums. So Bottle Wands drums. Very nice build for your Ambush Spirit. Speaking of that. I know he's killing somebody. There he is. Jeez. I gotta change colors on when I do this. All the hero faces overlap, but he's not gonna be able to finish off Shibby or Mason there. In terms of big items coming out, looks like Ix Mike's gonna be going into the mechanism first. Probably not the Guardian Greaves, maybe, but I think he'll just get the mech and then go for the blink. Shibby already has his blink, of course. JJ having a pretty rough go over in the safe lane. Not up to much in terms of net worth, actually below Shibby on the Sand King, so his item choice is still up in the air. He might get the point booster as he's at 1200 gold plus right now, but nothing yet. Could go for the Orchid build. Nice to burst down your IO. MSS, of course, supporting, not really doing much. Mason probably has a pretty big chunk of gold. Yeah, 1600. He has treads and Aquila, so good Lincoln's game, just because of the duel and the Rubik lift and everything like that. Wow, they have no idea how close they are to Stella. Surprised there's not a kinetic field being thrown up here from MSS trying to give some vision, but the big cooldown at level 1 doesn't really want to let them see. Oh my god. Stella playing this so dead. He is so dead. They have no idea all these heroes are here. He got himself the blink though. Oh, he got the scream. He did not get the blink, so he is very dead. I'm sure he was definitely hoping for the blink. Knew it was a risky steal, but getting that blink on Rubik is so important that he knew it was worth the risk. Crit gonna steal that rune before it can be grabbed up there from JJ. And 200 gold away from the mech on Ix Mike, so it's gonna help a lot in these fights. Moo 300 gold away from the blink dagger. That'll be the next big pickup for the Dire. As we do have the Sanj now done for your Bristleback here from Susie 747. And him and I are just going to clear out a few camps here, it looks like, but he might have to retreat back to the mid for this fight. Can they get the deny here? Looks like they're going to try and contest for it. Nice steal. Gets the scream again. Gonna throw it out. Not even needed to finish him off. Now Shibby comes in with the... Whoa! Okay. Ix Mike's throwing out the Ravage as well. Rhyme now stuck inside. Oh, it's silenced up, so he can't do any of his spells. He's going to be able to dash away at the last second. Wow, nicely played, but he gets glimpsed right back. Not going to matter, though, because Shibby gets out the Burrow Strike. Crit still over on the side. They're picking him out. Mason's going to try and chase him down, and there will be a tether target, though, so he'll get right to Susie. Are they going to try and fight this? The double Burrow Strike. Now Crit's dead. Now it's 747, trapped in the kinetic field. Now, how much damage can they do? They've already used so many of their spells. They might just let him go here. Yeah. And a late Midas actually coming out for Mason. So again, this is something we're seeing a lot more often. People starting to realize the general value of the item. And Shibby's just going to escape there. Of course, Weaver, a hero that definitely benefits from attack speed, so you always want to get off as many attacks as you can in between your Shikuchis. So not a totally useless item as it is. I find a lot of people just act like it's just money, but 30 attack speed's pretty significant. I mean, think about your treads. Like that's another set of treads on you, right? So probably I think he'll still go for the Lincolns next. Maybe he'll go for something like the Desolator if he thinks that he is skilled enough to not get killed in
New
these
game
fights.
hosted.
So we got a new game hosted there. Oh, that reminds me. Don't want to be getting a bunch of Steam notifications during this. Alex Mike trying to clear up an ancient stack here, but they're going to come in and contest this, and this is going to be so much gold for 747 if you can get any of this. Oh, he relocates out? Stella? Well, they get the kill on the bottom lane. I mean, they dueled up Mason, so I guess that's worth it, but now they're going to be coming right back into the entirety of the Radiant. Can they do anything about it? They're going to go right on to JJ, doing so much damage with that Sanj. Oh, but he gets perfect blink into a Sonic Wave, and now Shivy comes in with the stun on everybody. IX Mike here, trying to throw down as many as he can, but now a perfect Static Storm from MS. That's going to catch both of them. And now it's just 747 here all alone as Moo tries to catch up. 747 body blocking to ensure that it's only his backside facing Mike, and now Mike's going to be forced to TP out. Oh, nice glimpse! It's going to stop all that damage now, Shivy. It's going to put down the Jesus Christ, I'm so tongue-tied, I'm so sorry. The epicenter and everything there. And another Burrow Strike. And Moo, just gonna blink up ahead. Does have the duel up again already, even after taking down Mason. It's only got a 50-second cooldown. And that's pretty much how long this fight has lasted, because Mason's now actually back up in action. This Midas, come on, where's the attack speed? Oh, can you get it? Oh, nice! See, there you go. Midas pays off. Instantly there. Whew. Gotta stay hydrated, folks. So Mason now up to 2k gold after that Midas pick up at about the 14-minute mark, so he's pretty happy with his current progression. IX Mech really far up in the lane, has his mech though, feeling survivable and almost up to that Blink Dagger. Anchor Smash stolen here. I'm sure Stella was really hoping that maybe Mike hadn't casted anything else. And yeah, he's going to go straight for the Lincolns on the Weaver. Good choice here. I think it's the right option. Can't get caught out by another one of those Blink duels on the side lane while he's split pushing, so doesn't really have much of a choice. That's going to require that two heroes can surprise him. Of course, not going to be able to pop the Lincolns from your IO, so that'll mean the Rubik will have to be there. But mid-fight, of course, it could get popped by just the constant spray of the Viscous Nasal Goo, which is something they might be looking to do. Of course, the range is tiny in comparison to something like Spell Steal or something. But Mason's just going to take advantage here. Going to try and clear out some of these dire camps. Maybe he's trying to find somebody to pick off. But not much happening in terms of actual action. Do have some detection on the dire side now. Moo's got his own dust, and I think he said he just drop more in base just to make sure they can deal with Mason. Susie up here, getting wrapped around on by Shibby, but they must suspect the IO's nearby. Shibby choosing not to cast the Burrow Strike yet. Just gonna go Invis for now. Crit. Oh, he misses that. Crit's just gonna be able to tether away, and now they're gonna have to do something about Mason. But now Alex Mike is up, and he has the Ravage. So if they really want this kill in 747, they could commit for it. Mike spotted out because of this bug in the side trees here, and now Rhyme's gonna come in. He's got a DD. This could be really bad. He's gonna flame himself over. He's got the flame guard going as well, so Rhyme's gonna easily be able to pick up JJ. Mason's gonna be forced to use the time lapse. They have no detection on them right now. They throw out the dust, but it doesn't catch. Mike still has the Ravage, and now sitting on the side is the Rubik waiting. Stella wants this to come down, but Mike's barely gonna get bursted down during the duel. 3 dead now. Mason is long gone? Yeah, they're popping dusts, but he's out of there. And I believe they think Shivy's in the backside there. But he's also long gone. No. Okay, she's gonna be going for the Shadow Blade. It's a good pickup here. Shivy coming up. Has the epicenter again. And they'll be able to take down this tower, no problem. No glyph available. It's going to be refreshed now, though. So Shibby on the side, hoping they're going to push for the tier 2 and putting himself in position for a big epicenter, but that doesn't look like it's going to be the play from the Dire. Crit moves to the mid lane. Oh, 747 and Susie Stella's going to get caught out here. Scream of Pain comes in. Now it's just 747 completely alone, so he's going to try and get a kill in return here, but they might need the Ravage, possibly. He's so tanky right now. 1800 HP. They need to slow him down. They don't want to let him just get away here. Mike's going to have to pop it. It's the only way it's going to happen. But now, here comes the IO. Oh my god. That just happened. Oh, crit. Oh, crit the IO player. Looks like Crit's going to be going back to his death. Not going to bring Susie. What? Oh, crit? No, you've got the... Whoa, Dotka. Hello? Wow, it got like... That was weird. Okay. Anyway, not going to matter there. Oh, meanwhile on the side lane though, the duel does come out from Moo. But I mean, come on, we had to see if Crit made it out of there alive. That was a sick TV. Well played. That's a highlight. That would have been such a big kill for the Radiant. They were all there too, so it would have been a lot of experience and gold bounty shared around for everybody. And they're going to get Roche, because Susie did not die. Stella trying to work his way up to the Blink Dagger. He's pretty far away. Shadowblade can now be finished here on Moo. He'll be looking for that Silver Edge. Nice this game to cancel the Kraken Shell, so when he hits, if he silver edges onto Mike, that can disable the Kraken Shell. So that means that if they stun him up right after, he's not going to instantly pop out and be able to get off the Ravage. So that's actually a really good item in this situation. Of course, we always see the Silver Edge picked up whenever you're against the Bristleback, but he'll be his ally for this one. No real Silver Edge carriers on the side of the Radiant. As your Lincoln's is just about done. 1,000 gold here. It is still 1,000, right? For the is it 2,000 now? No, it's 2,100 for your Ultimate Orb. So they're just kind of chilling up here. Oh, Moo's here. He's invis. He's going to catch out Mason. That Lincoln's not done in time yet. He's not getting any procs. Oh, there comes Crit. Yeah, so that's what you can do with Spirits. That's a nice little combo there. MSS going to glimpse back Rhyme. Not going to matter that. Oh, nice last seconds. Oh, but there comes the overwhelming odds. And now, Crit relocates out, but because of the silence from the Static Storm, he's unable to get it onto Rhyme, and he'll go down. So in the end, probably worth. Yeah, it does show up as being worth. Get that nice big bounty onto Moo. And that's also going to set back Mason further from his Lincoln, so definitely a plus here. Crit's so risky. He's always just lurking around their side of the map. Rhyme, that camera control. Where's the plays? Crit chilling up here with Stella. Also pretty far up there. Oh, nice. Gonna be able to get a nice steal here. Nice burrow strike. I don't know if they'll be able to kill Shivy though. Maybe they are. With the urn, he's gonna force staff away. He's at 15 HP. He is dead. Oh my god, 849 godlike streak going on to your IO there. And meanwhile, there's gonna be another duel victory for Moo as he pops the duel out of Shadowblade again onto JJ. So kills happening all over the map. Just about finished the Sanj. Only what is it? 600 gold now away from the Silver Edge. So 300 more to pick up once he gets his bounty rune. So he's going to be very happy. He's going to be Shadowblading again and looking for more kills. And now, because of that kill there, even though he didn't get the big bounty, he still got enough AoE gold that he can now pick up a Blink. And now, I'm sure the... there we go. Glimmer Cape, that's what he's going to go for on Crit. So that big bounty helping his way there, that's for sure. How's that going to be helping in this fight? Well, until there's an Eggs up on your Disruptor, you can Glimmer Cape in the middle of Static Field, which is such a huge counter. It's actually disgusting. Or Static Storm, sorry. And he's going to be pretty far away from the Eggs before that's going to be no longer an option. Moo, again, invis, no sentries down, so the Blink Dagger comes up. Mike, oh my god, Shibby spots him out. This nice ward here, making sure that's not going to be an issue. Moo, unaware that they have vision there, though. If we can get like a Shadow Strike or something, but I don't think they have any dust ready. Gonna glimpse back Rhyme right into the Static Storm, so he's in deep trouble. Now there's a Veil out as well from Shibby, and that's gonna put so much damage on him that he is just instantly blown up. No Relief Kit coming out from Crit, probably just a bit too risky with the Static Storm up. Mason now has the Lincolns, so he's going to be looking to push this tower all by himself, just eliminating the creep wave, but moves coming in. Oh, but now he sees the Lincolns. And he knows there's nothing he can do, so he just lets them go. Mason very pleased with himself right now after that pickup, I'm sure. Shippy tries to blink up to catch the crit in 747, but that will not be happening as they retreat over to the east. In terms of total leads, pretty much back down to nothing. Radiant was pretty far ahead, but after a couple lost fights, and all these global pickoffs with the Moo and everything, like he's up to 66 bonus damage right now. That's a free Demon Edge. Actually, it's more than a Demon Edge. Oh, I won't even show on that shop, but anyway. It's a lot of damage. What's a Demon Edge these days? It's only 46 damage. And that's just a kill on IO. That's just gonna happen. Gets blink burrow striked by Shivy. That's just crit roaming around so much right under all this vision, so not much to say about that. Battle Fury almost done here for Rhyme. Gonna speed up his farming process. A lot more damage AoE during the fights. We're gonna have some pretty wild team fights coming up pretty soon. Everybody's getting their big items. Looks like JJ is probably just going for the sheep first. There's something on this courier. Oh, he's got his own Lincolns. Okay. Again, that duel is just so powerful from Moo that it's kind of a requirement, and they don't have much else to pop it. Especially now that there's going to be 2 Lincolns. They can do some nifty trips. Rhyme checking the trees here to make sure that Shibby's not inside there, looking for the big epicenter, so good play there from Rhyme. IX Mike solo pushing the lane. Crit's gonna come in, but not gonna be able to catch anybody. Oh, they're gonna glimpse back 747 here. Throw him in the Static Storm. Again, he's caught it on his own, so Crit's gonna come in. He's gonna be looking for this, trying to prevent the damage done, but it's not gonna be enough, even with the Glimmer Cape. But a huge overwhelming odds from Moo. Doesn't notice the Lincoln's on JJ, so he pops the duel on him instead, and that's a disaster. Now he's done completely. Now Rhyme comes in, has the finished Battle Fury. Not yet, so he's not putting out enough damage. He's just gonna have to Remnant away, but he gets glimpsed back while he tries the TP. And now he tries another Remnant, and again he gets out. Is it gonna be enough though? The Sleight of Fist cannot save him. And now it looks like it's... You're slippery, he is pretty slippery. It looks like Stella's left all alone up here. Choosing not to TP home. Not sure what he's waiting for. Has the blink and everything. Stella? You have a TP? Oh, you're so close to being dead, Stella. You'll live now. This time. What are you doing? Stella's being a clown here. A complete... Oh, he screwed up that time. He's lucky Mason didn't go for that one. That one was not in the safe trees. So extremely cheeky plays coming out here from Stella, our resident Tusk feeder, while chasing a courier into the tier 3s at minute 1. Again, Crit playing this Wisp so aggressively. He's just always on the Radiant side of the map. Really interesting style. He's roaming out here alone so often, placing down wards. It reminds me of Fluff, but when Fluff does it, he's usually smoked. And again, he's gonna get spotted out on the ward. The circle drawn here from JJ, and they're gonna know where these wards are placed just from their own vision. Now it looks like Moo and Stella are trying to do some sort of a backstab, hoping that they're gonna try and come in onto Crit, but looks like they're just gonna ignore him for now, probably thinking that maybe this is what's going on. And a scream thrown out from JJ? Question mark? That would be question mark worthy if the Dire saw that. Blah. Ooh, epicenter blink. Burrow strike. Sorry, folks. T-Tors indeed. So, really good pickoff for the Radiant side. That's going to be a big bounty. 533. On to Shivy. Already has his Veil, already has Blink, already has his 4 staff, and 3k gold. I would imagine we'll see the X. thinking that he's a big part of these fights. Maybe a BKB wouldn't be the worst option here. Once we did see the BKB just picked up on Susie. On your bristleback. Very tanky, hitting for 270-ish when he has some Warpath stacks going. Just barely tickled. He does not care at all. The Blink Gush from IX Mike here. Gonna throw the Anchor Smash. Has the Veil as well, and they're gonna stun him up, but not even down to half HP. There it is now. Okay. The relocate? Question mark? Now they know exactly where he's gonna be going back to. They're gonna back him anyways. The duel now gets on to Shibby, but he gets glimpsed back. He's not gonna be able to attack him. Ah, he still gets the kill. And Crit forced to relocate back to his little spot back there. And Stella has the Blink still. Almost running out. Oh, but there's the Ravage. He blinks out in time, but the Anchor Smash comes down, so he's not going to be able to get the steal. Stella tries to go for it, but Mike too smart for that as Rhyme gets silenced up in the Static Storm. And no counter Ravage available, so well played by Mike. Ensures that's not going to be the problem for his Radiant side, and they take the fight handily. Oh, so much gold. So much experience. 4,800 total. Oh, and they're going to find Stella now too as Mike blinks up, puts on the Gush, and that's going to be way too much damage to TPO from as he goes down as the Deso gets finished on Mason. So he is so scary right now. The whole Radiant side, I mean, they're so stacked in terms of net worth. 10 kills ahead. These Lincoln Spheres have completely slowed down Moose Snowball, melted it as it were, and they'll be looking to take the mid-racks. The only buyback available is on Susie. The Guiding Greaves are now done on Mike, so freeing up some inventory slots, and he'll be looking for the Shivas next, as he already has the plate mail. Shiva's, of course, an amazing item on Tidehunter. Increases your mana pool, makes it possible that in the future you can go for something like the Refresher. And gives you all that nice armor and everything, too. Now, Moo is going to buff himself up there with press the attack, but unable to make anything happen just because of all these Lincoln Spheres. That buff to Lincoln Sphere where you can put it onto a teammate was one of the coolest item buffs, I think, that we ever had. I think it changed a lot about the item. Like, if we didn't have that, then probably would see Lotusaur picked up more, maybe. But anyway, it's a nice, versatile option. Speaking of Lotusaur, that's an item that we're not really seeing picked up all that much. I think it's just because... where is it? Like, it's only single target spells, so it only works on certain spells. It is a little bit cheaper. But it only lasts for 6 seconds. Like in this game, for instance, what would it do? It bounces back duel? It does bounce back duel, right? Oh, anyway, speaking of duel. Oh! The blink out from IX Mike at the last second. Moo knowing he won't be able to get the kill unless he has the press of the attack active. And that's Sentry. Oh, yeah, so when he came down the stairs, I think that Sentry caught a glimpse of him.